Hey entrepreneur, this is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Welcome to this special presentation entitled Three Incredibly Simple Ways to Strategically Turn Your Email List, ladies and gentlemen, into more money. Entrepreneur, it is definitely time to put the power of leverage to work for you. Ladies and gentlemen, the purpose of this video is to encourage you to put your email list to work for you. You know, you work hard for your money. It's time to make your assets and business work hard for you. So we're going to talk about three strategic ways that you can do so. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't realized it or you haven't been told, the experts say that strategic email marketing averages anywhere, this is for the top dogs, the big boys and girls now, they'll average anywhere from $33 to $43 return for every dollar invested. So let's say you and I can only do half of that. Say in the case of 33. That's $16.50 and $16.50 for every dollar invested. Entrepreneur, that's still a 1,600% return on investment. Even if it's only 10 to 1, that's 1,000%, tenfold return. So email marketing has got to become part of your long-term strategic, become part of your long-term strategic marketing plan. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing you a screenshot of inside my paid autoresponder service, Aweber. And I'm showing you this for a reason. You'll see in just a second. But basically, as soon as you log in, you hit this right here. It says you have these tabs: home, message, subscribers, sign up forms, report, etc. If you hit on sign up forms, and you'll see why I did this in just a second, this will take you to the next page where you have the various types of forms. These are different forms that people can use to join my email list. Now, for this particular one, I chose squeeze page. And you'll see why in just a second. Now, after you hit that, and I'm doing this, ladies and gentlemen, in still shots instead of real time, because sometimes when you're using Camtasia and you're recording live what's on the screen, if you're moving around to different pages or whatnot, it's so slow that the voice and what you see on the screen don't match. And I didn't want to do that because this is confusing enough first couple of times you do it. So anyway, you hit settings. Now you see this one is kind of grayed out. That's because we're past that. But you have a 1, a 2, and then over here to the right, you can't see it, would be a 3. This is going to be published. This is where you go get the different code depending on, how you're going to, if you're going to do it yourself or if you're going to use JavaScript, some really fancy stuff you don't need to be bothered with. But anyway, you click on settings and you'll come to this page right here. Now, you can't see this because again, it's not live time, but you see this little box here where if you obviously, if you push that, you'd get a drop down menu. You have thank you, which is a default page that Aweber or whoever your paid auto responder service would be. They send a default message, but I chose custom. In other words, in this box underneath, I want to put in my own special link. And in reality, this is an affiliate link. So let me tell you what's going on here. Say you came to my page and decided that you wanted to join my list. You would put your name and a valid email address in, and as soon as you click submit, because I have this address in here, you're going to immediately be what they call redirected to that page. But Aweber's automatically going to send simultaneously a message to your inbox asking you to confirm. This is what we mean by confirmation. Do you actually want to receive this information? Now, whether you confirm or not, you're still going to be redirected to this page. And that's what I wanted to show you. The reason why I'm showing you this is because I just got a message from Aweber and I noticed that the redirect link was directly to their default thank you page. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, that's not right. It's supposed to be going to this. Well, I hadn't changed it in one of the forms. And that's why I got the message. Well, I get the message because I asked to be emailed. To receive email confirmation when somebody joins my list, but I didn't realize that I hadn't updated this. So you'd come down here and hit save form after you check this and make sure this is the address you want to send them to, which I did. So let me show you what happens next. Well, actually, this isn't what happens next. Here's the email I got, but this is what I wanted to show you. Now, this person apparently just put the letter B in where you put name, but they had to put a valid email address. And you see here it says, this is a confirmation message from Aweber, blah, blah, blah. Now, this is what I wanted to direct your attention to. See, it says redirect. In other words, see here it says aweber.com, thank you, and then this funny looking text here. This was letting me know that instead of them going to my redirect link, it was going directly to Aweber's thank you page confirmation, which in reality I missed an opportunity to have them look at a sales message that I have. So that's the first way that you can strategically profit, ladies and gentlemen. You want to put a redirect page right after somebody opts in. Why? Because that's like forward motion. If they've agreed to subscribe, there's a very good chance, and let's be totally frank here, you're talking about anywhere from 1 to 3%, closer to the 1%, who will actually go ahead and buy something. And the other thing is, ladies and gentlemen, do not try and slam dunk these people right off the bat. In other words, you can have a product that's anywhere from say $7 up to $27. Now, if you're dealing in a high-end coaching and something like that, maybe do a stock report or something, you might be able to get away with something like $97 or even $400. But for you and I, the average small business solopreneur, entrepreneur, you want to try anywhere from $7 to $27. Test, because you got to see what works. But the point is, I missed out on this opportunity. Now, at the bottom here, I want you to take a look here. This is letting me know the location of the opt-in. So it says youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales. You're going to recognize that address in a second. That came directly from my lead capture page. So that's telling me that this particular lead capture page, is working for me. So here's the third form of profit. Or I should say, I'm sorry, the next form. You want to A, hit them with an offer as soon as they opt in. B, you want to maybe have at the tail end of whatever your autoresponder messages are, your sequence, you might swap and put in another joint venture partners message. And there's two ways you can do it. Let's say you and I were going to do this. We could agree, hey, you send this out to your list, you keep 100% of the profits, and I'll send this out to my list, meaning your link, and you keep 100% of the profits. So in other words, we're not going to joint venture and split the profits amongst each other. We just want access to each other's list. Or the other thing we could do is agree, like if I do it, I get a percentage of the profits. I could be your affiliate or just your JV partner. That's the second form. Now the third form, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call, well, it's not just delimited to these three, but a third way would be broadcast email. What we mean by that is, instead of you just getting a sequence of emails that are pre-written, because any of you who join my list, those sequences were written a while back, ladies and gentlemen. They're not being, done right then and there as you receive them. You could do what's called a broadcast email. And you hear me talking about this so much because this is so critical. Ladies and gentlemen, think of the giant appliance stores in your area. If they were smart, they would put a big giant sign. This is one of the simplest strategies that I would tell them to implement and test right off the bat. People are coming to the store anyway, right? So in the middle of the store, put a big giant sign, four-way, meaning no matter where you are in the store, you can see it. It says free drawing, $10,000 bedroom set, master bedroom set, say for $10,000. Or whatever their most expensive one is. So people are putting their thing in, like putting their names in like crazy. Or better yet, just have a website and it directs them to a page on your blog, and it says, hey, hi, this is Jim or Mary of Joe's furniture store. Thank you for entering our free drawing. Once a month, we're going to be giving away for the summer a $10,000 master bedroom set or whatever the price is. Now the point is, once a month they're going to draw one grand prize winner. But look at all the people they've gotten on their list. Now, here's the second part, the follow-up. When they get ready to do a closed door sale, rather than blasting all over the radio and the newspaper, because that cuts into their gross profit, let's say they got 4,000 people on this list. Send them a broadcast email, meaning it wasn't pre-written. Just send them an email, and then to take it a step further, you say, hey, we're going to have a contest. A free drawing every hour on the hour from Saturday through Sunday, then this special blowout closed door sale. Every hour, we're giving away free prizes, but you got to be in the store. And secondly, whoever brings the most people, your name goes into the drawing an additional time. We're going to have 3 levels, first, second, and third. So this is kind of forcing your customer base, the smart ones anyway, to go out and bring new people. And you say they must be over 18 and not a current subscriber to our list. Now think about how powerful that is. And if they had 3 or 4 joint venture partners, maybe a car dealership and a hair salon, they could have those people send a mobile market message or an email to their clientele and give them 25% of the profits. This is how powerful email marketing could be for you, ladies and gentlemen. And this is why I highly encourage you to start using the internet to further grow your business and start leveraging your email list and making it work for you. So I hope you can see how powerful this is. So on that note, entrepreneur, for those of you who want to discover how you're going to add an additional 25% more gross profit to your bottom line in the next 90 days or less, you want to do so without having to add any new customers or clients, then ladies and gentlemen, you need to grab that free 9-page special report. Head over to youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales because that's where you can get it. And if you remember, that's the email address, youcanmarketonlinenow.com/sales, that opt-in came from. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who like this particular email, you want to know what the next level is, two things. If you know anybody in business, especially somebody who's struggling, and you want to help them out, direct them to this video and more importantly, that website. Now, for those of you who want to take the next level, you're highly encouraged to grab your free 22-part Small Business Marketing Mastery Series. Entrepreneur, this is an additional 22 free emails, lessons, if you will, on top of the free 9-page special report. It's my free gift to you just for joining the inner circle. It's a $97 value, and the best part is, ladies and gentlemen, you are free to unsubscribe any time you wish. This is Mark Newsom, Mr. Marketing. Entrepreneur, we'll see you again next time on the Marketing Minute.